Hi everyone, I hope you all are fine, plus you have started your studies, and I hope you are moving along with me because we have completed so many of chapters and we have done literature section also. We have done so many chapters of grammar also. I hope you are going along with me. So welcome to today's session, and today we are going to start English grammar. But before that, I would like to request you to please come and sit with a notebook and a pen so that you can jot down the important points of this lecture. Plus, do like and subscribe this channel to receive more and more exciting news and information. So, dear students, today we are going to start a superb new topic which will be very unique for you. Do you know the name of the chapter? This is chapter number 12, Story Formation. So, you must be very excited, I'm sure, because most of the children are very eager to make stories. And today we are going to study them in a theoretical manner. So let's get started, students. Story formation is actually not that easy. It requires the skill of an art. Yes, an artist. For example, we have poets, authors. No, they make so many and so creative good stories that we are eager to read them. And we also see movies. So how the movies are made? They are very interesting, they are imaginative. So your first point which you require to make a story is that you need to be very imaginative. Your imagination plays a very crucial role in creating the stories. Plus story writing, second point is story writing is the skill of an art. You must be a very good artist to think about the main character, to think about what should be done, what should be written, what should be put at the next step. The third point is that your story actually should revolve around the given heading. Your story should never deviate from the heading, or it should not go against the heading. And it is not necessary that only the heading is given in the question paper. Like nowadays it's not necessary to get verbal input to make a story in the question paper. Actually, now you will also see some pictures, and those pictures will be step by step. There can be one single picture, or there can be two pictures, more than two pictures. They can be 4, 3, or they can be 6 pictures as well, but they will surely be in a sequence. First picture, second picture, third picture, and seeing without a heading. And seeing those pictures, you have to create your own heading and you have to create your own story within the given limited number of words. Okay, so our first point was we should be very imaginative, and second point is that it is a talent or a skill of an art. We should be a very good artist. We should be very expertise in thinking this should be the main character, I will give this name. Okay, then your third point is that actually you have to be very narrative, students. See, I will tell you, in English is the only subject which makes you expressible, which makes you narrative. So the more expressible you are, the more educated you will be considered. For example, you have so much of knowledge, you are expert in this subject also, but you are unable to explain it to someone. You are unable to express it. You are unable to share your education. You are unable to share your knowledge. Then your literacy level will not be considered as a prototypical level, Okay, then because you have to be more expressible and more narrative. For example, you have lots and lots of thoughts in your mind seeing the sun. But if you are unable to make story, if you are unable to speak it up, if you are unable to put it in your words, if you are unable to jot down in your copy through pen, then like you are unable to express yourself, then you are not considered a good narrator. How are our poets and authors? They are seriously very good narrators. Okay, and they are very imaginative. They are so much full of like art. So understood, students? I hope you all have understood. Your imagination is the key role in making a story. Plus your fourth point, and it's so much and very important point, is that your events should be going in a sequence. It's not that B came here, D came here, E came here, F came here. No, it should be interesting for the readers. It should be, all the events should be interrelated and everything should be arranged in a sequence. Like after this will happen, after this will happen. Okay, then your fifth and the last point. This is a very crucial point, and the thing is that the point is your first line of the story and your last line should have the essence of the main heading of your story. Understood? It should not happen that at the starting you were revolving around the heading, but when you started coming at the end you went in a diversion from the topic. No, it should not happen. Your first and your last line should have to have the essence of a particular heading that you have given. Okay, then coming to sixth point. The sixth point is very easy, because I have always been telling you your story must have a moral. Okay, because the story is actually waste, we can say, if it doesn't have a moral. Okay, you are the one, now you are the artist, you are getting such a wonderful chance to be an author, to be a poet. Okay, let's use this chance. You have to give your own heading, you have to write your own story, you have to give your own main character name, and then you have to give your own moral also. Your story should have the moral. Okay students, so I also told you the kind of question it may arise in the exam. It is not necessary that the question is always in a written form. It is not necessary that it's always in a verbal or into words. It can also come in a way of a picture, and seeing that picture you have to make your own story. Okay, here this is also a we can say a process or a therapy in psychology. We give a image to a person and we ask them to create a story. Like this we can read their mind. So this is interesting, right? So I hope you all have understood this chapter, story formation, dear students, and these are some sets of homework for you all. Please make notes, and that too fair notes, in your fair copy, fair notebook, so that you don't lose it. Your second homework is that do move along with me, along with the chapters I am moving on. Okay, then your third homework is that get some heading or get some pictures and write, creating your own stories. Create your own stories, reproduce your own stories, use your imaginative talent and create your own stories. So I hope you all have enjoyed, and I told you 6 points. 6 points, do note them in your fair copy. I hope you all have enjoyed this session, dear students. Bye, take care.